Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, so if y'all are wondering why I'm out of breath, I literally just got through running in here, okay, to get to the live. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, before we get started, let's have a brief word from our sponsor at 12 Tribes.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
Okay, so don't forget you can purchase 12 Tribes hair oil at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. And by the way, she has a beard oil for men. Okay, so let's get into it. Ha, Deron said, Queen, you don't have to run. We're going to wait on you. I know, right? That was already late enough. Okay, so with that all being said, shout out to everyone in the chat. Deronda, 504 Nola's in the house. Cookie. All right, G from the land, the lovely T. All right, let's get into it. That crazy beach Aries is here. Jeff ATL. Nessa G is in the house. All hell no. My aunt Egypt. We the people. Mel is here. Dark Tube. All right, let's get into it. Juju. Okay, so shout out to all of my loyal roads and everyone tuned into the Queen, and a big shout out to my moderators for putting in work. I see you, Alice. Nessie X is in the house. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this party started. I see you, Cookie. Unfortunately, beloveds, it just seems to me like Shedeur Sanders has been blackballed in the NFL, and we all knew it after we heard what Eric Dickerson had to say.
I just wish he had said who told him that information. Okay, so anyway, we know Deion came and spoke out about Shiloh getting cut from the Bucks, but let's get into it. He said he is mentally prepared. Shiloh Sanders, son of Deion Sanders, faced a setback after being waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers following a preseason ejection. Despite the disappointment, Deion Sanders expressed confidence in his son's resilience and future prospects, emphasizing Shiloh's diverse talents and preparedness for life beyond football. Now, the NFL preseason roster cuts are always brutal. And this year, Tampa Bay Buccaneers rookie safety Shiloh Sanders found himself on the wrong side of the 53-man deadline. Now, the son of the Hall of Famer and Colorado head coach Deion Sanders was waived just days after being ejected for throwing a punch in the team's preseason finale against the Buffalo Bills. Now, for those of you who tuned in when I talked about that, and I showed you how Davidson swung first. He just missed. Okay, he grabbed Shiloh by his face mask. He was doing the absolute most. The play was already dead. So why was he still pushing and shoving? It seems like someone told him to do that. Like that was his job right then and there. Okay, and he didn't suffer any consequences. Some fool was in here trying to go in on me the other day. Like I didn't know what I was talking about, saying that Davidson did get punishment or consequences when he absolutely did not. Okay, he absolutely did not. Only Shiloh did. Okay, so anyway, Shiloh Sanders, who signed with the Bucks as an undrafted free agent, was already battling long odds to secure a roster spot. The ejection magnified those challenges, ultimately leading to his release. For any rookie without draft status, one mistake can carry outsized consequences. Yet, despite the disappointment, Deion Sanders made it clear that his son's journey is far from over. Okay? Now, for those of you who missed it, I'm going to share my screen. Michael Irvin also had some things to say about Shiloh being cut.
My son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them, and I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering. That's part of parenting. That's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know he's a man of many talents, and he's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that.
Okay, so you all heard that. The plans have already been laid. Okay, now here's what Michael Irvin had to say.
Shiloh getting released to the kind of slap punch that got him ejected in that preseason finale. But I don't think that is it. I think, yeah, it can work as a double entendre. When Coach cut him, Coach Bowles cut him, it sends the message to the locker room, we can't have that. But when you get a young player like this, it's best to cut him early like that. You cut him early. You know why? Because today and tomorrow, everybody will be cutting players, and a lot of the veteran players. So the teams out here won't claim him off waivers because they know a rush of veteran players, and they'll come in, and they have to save those spots to see if they can get one of those guys that can help them win right now. That's why Tampa releasing Shiloh this early gets him lost in the mix so they can have an opportunity to bring him back on their practice squad because he's the best kind of practice squad player. Remember, they got to tell him to slow down and stop. Don't hit people. Don't do that. Don't go too hard. That's exactly what they want on a practice squad. Those are the best players on your practice squad. The dudes that you can't make stop going so hard on the football field. So Shiloh Sanders may just well be back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they release him this early. Just keep watching for it.
Okay, so you all heard what he said. He said just keep watching. He might be back on there. I don't know. I felt like that wasn't a good reason to cut him. That's just my opinion. I just think that wasn't necessary. So anyway, with that all being said, I told you all on yesterday that Bailey Zapp has been added to the Browns, and I don't know why. It seems to me like they're just going to have poor Shedeur sitting on the bench, that he's not going to get to play a game. Okay? Now he's supposed to be uh the third quarterback, but why is Bailey Zapp there? Does anybody know? Can anybody make that make sense? Above all, that drama said he didn't hit that man like he could have. Well, the guy actually swung at him first. The guy instigated the whole thing, which is crazy to me. Okay, but anyway, hold on. I'm about to go to another video clip I want you all to hear. Now, this is ESPN Cleveland. I'm going to play the audio. I'm not going to, I'm just going to play the audio because I don't want any copyright issues. Okay, here we go. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, these two guys practically got into an argument over their discussion about Shedeur.
You mean he hurt his chances that much? Why would they value the third game over the first game?
Because you're supposed to improve every appearance.
He played with the twos in the first game.
I'm not going to argue with him, all right? He had 5 theories, and he went backwards on each of them.
Played with the threes, Tony. 4 of the 5 guys got waived the next day. That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything to you. Boy, it means something to you. It means something to you if Dillon Gabriel was the guy playing with the threes and they got waived the next day. That would mean something to you. Doesn't fit your narrative. Doesn't fit your narrative.
I don't understand your emotional investment in Shedeur.
Tony, I'm rooting for the kid. Don't worry about what my investment is. Worry about what your investment is with your guy. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about why I like a guy. I think that kid can play better than Dillon Gabriel. I said it before the draft, and I'll stick to it. I think he got a raw deal here in Cleveland. End of story. That's how I feel. Don't tell me how to feel.
At which point will you admit, boy, was I wrong?
Tony, it might be 10 years down the road because both these guys are going to be backups, honestly.
I agree with you. I agree with that. But right now, Gabriel's better. Can't you see it?
Yes, Tony. Yeah, Tony, yes. You asked me why I'm rooting for Shedeur because I like him. I'm sorry he's famous. I'm sorry that you don't like famous people, even though you're the most famous guy in the world right now.
No, that's
okay. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm just telling you, don't tell me who to like and who to root for, because I don't root for who you root for.
Okay. Well, I guess he told him, because this guy's adamant that Dillon Gabriel's better than Shedeur. He absolutely isn't. Everything was set up for him to look good in that second preseason game, and everybody knows that. Okay, if you want to be honest, then you know that. If you want to lie and paint narratives, then that's what you'll do. Okay, at the end of the day. Period. So with that all being said, hold on. Let's go to the next clip. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Hold on, guys. I sent it to the wrong email. Okay, here we go. And by the way, there was some, okay, here we go. By the way, there was some speculation that Deion was going to retire due to his bladder cancer.
Somebody in that
Hold on.
building does not think Shedeur is doing what he should be doing. I don't think people want to talk about it. I haven't heard anybody really bring it up. I understand where they drafted him. And I understand there is a narrative out there that the Browns want to prove they drafted Dillon Gabriel before Shedeur because he's better. Well, I want to see that during real games. And the conspiracy theories and I don't know, the kid played with the three. I'm going to let that all go to be fair to Dillon Gabriel, who probably should be the backup right now. But if you're not going to give Shedeur a chance, let him go. Let him go. Are they just keeping him around for Sports Center hits and Stephen A's show and jersey sales? Or are they going to give this kid a chance to play?
Okay, isn't that what I told you all on yesterday? I said it seems like they're just keeping him around to fill up the arena, okay, to get the people in the seats and for jersey sales. They have no intentions on letting him play. And here's what Skip Bayless had to say. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Thank you in advance. I mean, it's just really crazy. This, like, the NFL is so racist, but black people just refuse to boycott it. Y'all just won't do it. You just won't do it, no matter how many times they show us that they are so blatantly racist. They don't even try to hide it, as far as I'm concerned. But like I said, black people just won't. Just can't stop watching.
So now it sounds like the Cleveland Browns are going to all but imprison Shedeur Sanders in the football sense of a very talented rookie quarterback who obviously needs reps. It's an opportunity, and who now, barring some miraculous luck, will not get the opportunity to play in a single real game. I'm sure many around the NFL are celebrating as we speak. They are chuckling about this. Many in the NFL wanted to teach Shedeur and his daddy a lesson, and it just makes me want to puke. Nothing in sports has ever angered me more than what the NFL has done to Shedeur Sanders. The Browns showed you their hand by taking Dillon Gabriel 50 slots higher than they wound up taking Shedeur. The head coach, Kevin Stefanski, did not want Shedeur Sanders. The GM, Andrew Berry, clearly did not want Shedeur Sanders, but quarterback injuries conspired against the Browns to start with. They were forced, of course, to give Shedeur a shot in the first preseason game, only because of that spate of injuries. No surprise here, Shedeur played like the first pick in the draft. And then Saturday, of course, in the final preseason game, they threw Shedeur into the fire in the third quarter, let him play with a bunch of guys who probably won't even make the roster. It felt like Shedeur sabotage to me.
It was sabotage, and those guys didn't make the roster, as I told you all. Okay? Didn't make the roster. 4 out of 5 of them completely cut. Okay, so that's just what it is. That's just what it is, unfortunately. But you know what? The NFL is going to welcome Arch Manning. Okay, the grandson of Archie Manning. Please pay attention. They're waiting for him to get in the NFL. I bet you there's nothing that they savor even more. Will Arch Manning go to the NFL or stay in college? Here's what Texas QB has said about 2025 draft decision. Heading into his third collegiate season, Arch Manning has yet to take the field as Texas' full-time starting quarterback, yet questions about the phenomen's future in the NFL seem to follow him everywhere. Ever since the superstar passer announced his commitment to the Longhorns in 2022, Manning's destiny as a future franchise player in the pros has virtually been written in stone. I want y'all to pay attention. Here's the great white hope. This is who they're waiting on. Okay, can't have Shedeur outshining him before he even gets there. It would take a major turn of events for Manning not to wind up as a high-ranking draft pick at some point. But that's the biggest question. When exactly will Manning take his talents to the NFL? Projections on the young Manning's future are already being debated, with some NFL fans eager for their teams to draft him, while others think he'll follow his family's history by starting multiple seasons in college. What has Manning himself said of his draft season or decision beyond 2025, and how are analysts preparing for his NFL future? See how excited they are about all of this? Okay. Will Arch Manning stay at Texas in 2026? Will Arch Manning finally entering his first year at Texas as QB1? The simplest answer to his long-term outlook is that it's very much up in the air. In a recent interview with Texas Monthly, Arch's grandfather, Archie Manning, said that he believes his grandson will be back with the Longhorns in 2026 versus declaring for the NFL draft for his redshirt sophomore season. That potential decision is one that would line up with the rest of the Manning family. Peyton Manning spent 4 years at Tennessee before heading to the NFL in 1998. Eli Manning played 5 years at Ole Miss, including a redshirt year, before making his leap into the pros in 2004. Arch isn't going to do that, Archie Manning told Texas Monthly when he asked whether his grandson would declare the 2026 draft. He'll be at Texas. However, it also seemed that Archie didn't exactly consult with Arch before making those comments. When asked about his future on August the 19th, the star Texas quarterback responded that he doesn't know where Archie got that from. He said he doesn't know where his grandfather got that from. He said he texted me and apologized about that. I'm really just taking it day by day right now. Okay, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Pearlie said, Queen, what will happen if the Sanders decides to walk away from the NFL? We should all walk away right behind him. That's what should happen. I don't know what will happen, but I know what should, and we should all walk away right behind them. That's what we should do, okay? That's what we should do at the end of the day. It's nothing but a whole lot of hating. Nothing but a whole lot of hate going on. It's just starting to make me literally sick to my stomach. Okay, but anyway, Deion says as of today, this came out at 6 a.m. this morning, Deion Sanders cancer update. Colorado football coach back after offseason diagnosis. Colorado football enters a highly anticipated season in the Big 12 in 2025, the year following Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders' exit from the program to play in the NFL. But as the Buffaloes began their season against Georgia Tech on Friday, they've experienced perhaps their biggest win for the season. Deion Sanders is back coaching on the sidelines after he publicly announced he had overcome a battle with cancer. The third-year Colorado coach on July the 28th shared with reporters that he was diagnosed with bladder cancer this offseason and is now cancer-free. All praises to the Most High for that. Before his announcement, the Buffaloes coach had been recovering for several months at his home in Texas, away from his team in Colorado's Boulder campus. Entering his third season at Colorado and second in the Big 12, Sanders has a record of 13-12 with the Buffaloes. Colorado begins the season at 6 p.m. on Friday against Georgia Tech at Folsom Field. Okay, so with that all being said, he has no intentions of retiring, and he said that was never an option. Okay, in a news conference on July 28th, Sanders revealed he was diagnosed with bladder cancer earlier this year and that he made it through the fight and is now considered cured. He revealed that 2 weeks after getting his annual CT scans on his left leg, which he has done since being diagnosed with compartment syndrome in 2021, his primary care doctor reached out and advised him to see a urologist. Well, thank God for that. Now, Sanders later went to see Dr. Janet Kudrija of the University of Colorado Cancer Center, who informed him that he had bladder cancer 3 days after his latest CT scans. At that same July 28th news conference, Kudrija said Sanders' tumor was a very high grade, but had not moved into the muscle layer of the bladder. So she says, men, everybody get checked out, because if it wasn't for me, or he says, if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled upon this. That's what he said on July the 28th. Make sure you get the right care, because without wonderful people like this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, because it grew so expeditiously. Okay, can you imagine having a cancer inside you that's growing so fast? You don't even know it, but only because somebody out of the blue tells you to go get checked by urologists, it saves your life. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Okay, so now with that all being said, let's talk about Cardi B, because you all know Cardi B's whole little situation with her being sued. Well, the doctor testified, and I thought it was very interesting that that attorney is hilarious. Okay, the attorney for the plaintiff is so funny to me. Like it just seems like this is his first case ever. Seems like this is his first case ever. It's just so ridiculous to me how the questions he's asking and it just, I don't know, it's just real interesting. Okay, so let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
What do you do for a living?
I'm an obstetrician and gynecologist.
And where are your offices located?
In Beverly Hills at Wilshire and Lapeer.
Is that a medical building?
It is. It's the Beverly Hills Medical Building, I think.
And were you in those offices in February of 2018?
Yes.
And what floor were you on?
The 5th floor?
What floor?
5.
Oh, sorry. And were you ever affiliated with Shiloh Sanders in any way?
I completed my OBGYN residency there in 2010 and then remain on staff. I'm not employed by Cedars, but I'm affiliated. I admit all of my patients to that hospital.
Okay. On the 5th floor of this building in 2018, were there cameras in the hallways outside your office?
No.
And did your office sometimes make special arrangements for celebrity clients for privacy or security purposes?
We do.
And in 2018, did you have an open, well, should I put this, an open office on Saturdays? Did you work on Saturdays?
I worked Saturday office hours for about half a day for around 10 years.
To your knowledge, did anyone else in that building have Saturday office hours?
No.
Cause for speculation. In February 2018, did that building have a building office?
Yes.
And what floor was that on, if you know?
4.
Okay. And did the building have a receptionist?
Not a receptionist.
Okay. Do you recall an incident in February 2018 where there was an argument with a security guard?
Yes.
Okay. And is that security guard in the courtroom?
Yes.
And could you point her out, please?
Miss Ellis?
Thank you. How did you learn of the incident?
I was in my office, in my office's office, and then heard a lot of yelling. So I immediately got up, ran down the hall, and went out into the hallway.
Do you have a clear memory of what happened next?
Yes.
Any particular reason that you have that clear memory?
It's never happened before.
Okay. And what did you do after you ran down the hall towards the yelling?
As soon as I got into the hallway and realized what was going on, my receptionist was between the plaintiff and the defendant. And there was a lot of yelling, a lot of finger pointing. And at one point, my receptionist was struck, not hard, but I remember it was like on the shoulder kind of thing. I think it was her right shoulder. And there was a phone in the security guard's hand, and the phone kept going back from the ear to point and then back to the ear. And at one point, kind of both hands were kind of flailing, but not closed fists or anything like that. More swatting.
Did your receptionist show you a cut on her forward afterwards?
I believe so. Very minor.
Okay. And
Is it just me, or is the doctor coming off as a little socially awkward? Do y'all get what I'm saying? He seems a little socially awkward, if you will. But let's continue.
And what is the receptionist's name? The woman who was between Ms. Ellis and Cardi B?
Tiara.
So you see all that. You've gone out into, and I'm sorry, where was this? Was this in your office or in the hallway?
The main hallway of the 5th floor, just right outside the elevators.
And you hear yelling, you open the door, you see what you've described. What happened next? Let me ask, what did you do next?
I tried to de-escalate the situation, separate the two, and get our security guard back in the elevator and off the floor.
Do you remember anything that you said in trying to de-escalate?
I remember repeatedly, I was trying to match sort of with body, language, the intensity of it to get across the point that this was not okay.
This is almost cringe-worthy. This is almost cringe-worthy, you guys. He reminds me of Jonathan Majors in that movie, Magazine Dreams. Have y'all seen that movie, Magazine Dreams? The way Jonathan Majors was so awkward, he played that awkward character, so socially awkward. That's how he's given right here. This is interesting.
And this is your job.
And who did you address that to?
Ms. Ellis.
Okay. And did she say anything in response?
I don't remember. There was a lot of name calling going back and forth between the two and threats, that type of thing. But my primary objective was to get our security guard back in the elevator and off the floor.
And how did you accomplish that?
Repeating myself over and over and over.
Hold on, we the people, I know you did not. Saying all white folk look like that when they're trying to be sneaky and hide something or trying to watch what they say. My goodness, I am so done right now. Above all that drama said Dexter vibes. Listen, family, if you have not seen the movie Magazine Dreams with Jonathan Majors, I believe it's available on Hulu. If you have not seen that movie, please do yourself a favor. That movie is so good. And Jonathan Majors played that character so well. I was almost convinced that was him in real life. Okay? That's what this dude is giving, but y'all should see that movie. Let's continue.
And I can't remember if I was holding the elevator door open or I've been trying to think about that. I have no idea. I remember pushing the button if it wasn't, but just to try to get the elevator there and get Ms. Ellis back on it.
Did you come between your receptionist and Cardi B, between them on the one hand and Ms. Ellis?
I think to the side.
Okay. What did you tell her to try and get her to move into the elevator?
To stop and to do your job.
Did you say that repeatedly?
Yes.
Did you say it in a loud voice?
Yes.
And what was she doing when you were saying these things?
Yelling and pointing. I think at that point, there was enough distance between the parties that there was no longer, any gestures that could be construed as violent.
Okay. And at that point, had the Cardi B and the receptionist gone back into the office, into your office?
Yes. As soon as Ms. Ellis stepped back on the elevator, Cardi and Tiara were headed back into my office. At
any point, were you face to face with Ms. Ellis?
Yes.
And can you estimate how close you were?
It was close proximity.
Okay.
Within a foot.
Okay, within a foot of her face.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes.
Sorry. Did you see on her face any scratches?
No.
Did you see on her face any cuts?
None.
Did you see on her face any blood?
No.
Did you see any injury at all on her face that day?
None.
And did you see spit or spittle or any other fluid on her, anywhere on her?
No.
This man definitely is giving serial killer vibes. This man looks like a whole serial killer. The mannerisms, everything.
During the course of this, did you hear Ms. Ellis say something to the effect, and I apologize, I will fuck your shit up?
Yes.
At any time, did you see Cardi B spit on plaintiff?
No.
Did you see her spit on anyone?
No.
Did you see Cardi B take a swing at plaintiff?
No.
Did you see Cardi B hit plaintiff?
No.
Did you see Cardi B scratch or cut plaintiff with her fingernails?
No.
Did you see Cardi B threaten to get plaintiff fired?
No.
Did you hear Cardi B call plaintiff the N-word? And by that I mean the whole N-I-G-G-E-R.
No.
They said Cardi B called her the N-word, y'all. Not the N-word, Cardi B. Cardi B probably did call her that, knowing her.
Did you hear Cardi B call plaintiff fat or poor?
No.
Did you ever see, well, did you see plaintiff, I take it you saw plaintiff hit your receptionist, is that correct?
Yes.
At her deposition, plaintiff testified that she was, quote, just focused on getting downstairs, close quote. Is that consistent with what you saw?
No.
Okay. And why is it not consistent with what you saw?
It took me, I would have guessed 30 to 45 seconds to get her to get back on the elevator.
Okay, somebody says, hold on, who said that? Pretty Wing said, LOL, I didn't know they call people by their celebrity names in court. Yeah, I didn't know that either, but I guess it's so much easier to say Cardi B rather than saying Bacallus Marlinus Almanzar. Okay, Bacallus Marlinus Almanzar. What kind of name is that? Make it all make sense.
After you got plaintiff in the elevator, what did you do next?
Went back into my office.
And did you examine Cardi?
I saw her that day, yes.
In a patient room?
Yes.
Okay. And did she have 3-inch nails on her fingers that day?
No.
Okay. And how is it that you know that?
I make a point of looking at people's fingernails. I have no idea why. It sort of lightens the room when you're doing an exam, when you're about to do a pap smear, to say, oh, that's a really cool color. Where'd you get it?
Yeah, he's a whole weirdo, you guys. Y'all hear this? How in the hell does looking at fingernails lighten the mood? Y'all hear this? I told y'all he was weird. Talking about he looks at fingernails to lighten the mood. Okay, interesting. But let's continue.
I can kind of tell all of the nail trends in the city because it's bizarre that once you see one type of nail polish, then that next 2 months, everyone has it. And it would have just stuck out to me.
To your knowledge, did Cardi B complain to the building about plaintiff's conduct?
No.
Did you take steps to make the building aware of plaintiff's conduct?
Yes.
And what steps did you take?
I called our practice administrator that day, and given what I had witnessed of the conduct of our security guard when I was out there, I said she needs to go. Then my administrator on Monday morning, I think, took Tiara down and made a statement for the building, and then the building proceeded to do what they did.
Okay, thank you. Those are all the questions I have for you, sir. Thank you.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard that, right? Now, with that all being said, let me tell you something. The young lady who's suing Cardi B got embarrassed by her own attorney, you guys. I want y'all to pay attention, family. This man embarrassed her. I'm sure she was humiliated. Okay? He really humiliated this young lady. I'm about to play the clip because it was just all so sad and clearly nefarious. What he said about that lady in court. Okay, we got to get into it. But first, let me just take the time out to thank Success, Calvin Slay, and that Crazy Beach Aries for the Cash App donations. Okay, I just saw them, beloveds. So thank you so kindly for that. I don't want y'all to think I'm ungrateful because I need all my coins. I need all my coins, beloveds. So thank you so kindly. Now, with that all being said, all jokes aside, let's get into it because here's the thing. Here is the thing. That man embarrassing her is her karma. Okay? Is her karma. I want y'all to pay attention. Let me go to this clip. It's a darn shame.
You see what happened when you make up stories in your head? This woman tried to make it seem like Cardi B whipped her ass, went and got a lawyer, filed a lawsuit. Now her lawyer is feeding her ass to the sharks. Not only is her lawyer feeding her to the sharks, he is putting her personal business out there for everybody to know. Why would her lawyer tell the whole world that she went to the doctor because her coochie was discharging? Look at this shit. Listen to this.
Any kind of mental health issues, specifically denied anxiety, sleep problems, had no reported mental health problems, no request for care. Same thing in November 2022 with Dr. Ahmadiyyah.
In November 2922, respectfully, when she went there for vaginal discharge, she told that doctor that she had psychological issues. Is that what you're saying, doctor? Are you telling me that my client went to Kaiser Permanente for vaginal discharge?
I'm out of there, bro. Imani's lawyer is the definition of the weapon that's formed against you will prosper. I'm sitting here looking at everything, and I swear to God, it feels like her lawyer is not working for her. Like you hired him for Cardi B. Look at the other shit he did.
You used the F
Listen
word
to
during
this.
that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
Who is
What
he
other
working
words?
for?
Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said, bitch, get the fuck out my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it to her now. Go ahead.
Listen.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it to
Say it to her face.
You want me to say it to
I
your
want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for herself.
What? She really went and got a Dollar Tree lawyer. And to top it off, everything that she's been saying has been getting debunked. It's like, you have to be lying, baby. You follow Cardi. She tells you to chill. Don't record me. You tell her what you tell her. And we fast forward and we make it all the way to here just because Cardi did not want you to film her. You made up all of this shit. This shit is crazy. Mind you, she still has to pay for this lawyer. The same lawyer that's on Cardi B's side. I'm telling you, I'm out.
Okay? I mean, make it make sense. Make it all make sense, you guys. So at the end of the day, like I told y'all, she is lying. And he said a Dollar Tree lawyer. Well, I would have at least said Timu, but either way, that lawyer sucks. I mean, this seems like it's his first time at the rodeo. He sat there and told her business about a vajayjay discharge. Like, that's totally embarrassing and uncalled for. Why did he have to even say that? What a complete idiot. Oh my goodness. I would have been so embarrassed, honey. I would have just slithered right down off the witness stand, okay, and down the aisle and on out the door, because that would have been the last thing that I could have said, honey. Okay? Whatever I said last would have been the end of it. I would have had to leave after that. I mean, the humiliation. Anyway, Measure Man says if you didn't need mental health now, okay, she will after this attorney. That attorney is my cousin, Vinny. Measure Man, you need to stop. I thought he was really your cousin until I got to the last word. Not my cousin Vinny. That was good, honey. I love this chat. Y'all are crazy. Thank you for that laugh, beloved, and for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Sheila said, I thought Imani lawyer was pro bono. Honey, if he went pro bono on this frivolous case, he's a whole fool. He better have secured a retainer because I know he didn't think he was going to win this battle, did he? Honey, please. Everything she said has, in fact, been debunked. Okay, it's all lies and a whole load of BS. Okay, and like I told you guys, just from listening to the testimony, it was obvious and clear to me to see that she was, in fact, the instigator. She followed Cardi B off that darn elevator, backed her up against the wall, had her in a corner, and talking slick and greasy. Now, the only reason that she didn't get a two-piece and a biscuit is because Cardi was pregnant at the time. Because otherwise, honey, I think she would have had hands thrown. Okay? This is all crazy. But look at this. Now, Cardi B is out here saying that she's not pregnant. I want you all to pay attention because she got real nasty and indignant with one of her followers when they asked her about being pregnant. But Cardi B, girl, you are pregnant. Okay? Unless my lying eyes are deceiving me. Hold on. I want y'all to see this. This is how she went in on this person for asking her if she was pregnant, honey. It was also uncalled for, if you ask me.
Gonna be a very busy week, and it's like we're 30 weeks pregnant. No, you stupid bitch. I'm just fucking out of breath because I got asthma, not because of that bitch. Shut the fuck up. Always a motherfucker trying to be motherfucking funny in this bitch. Stop fucking being fucking funny in this bitch before you get motherfucking blocked, bitch. Now put your motherfucking ass in a motherfucking pothole. Stupid ass comment. Don't put that shit on me, bitch.
I think Cardi B is low-key possessed by the devil. Don't y'all? Don't y'all? I find it all so interesting, honey. But she said she had to do all that because the person thought she was pregnant. Cardi first sparked rumors she was pregnant when she shared a video of her rapping at her latest single, Imaginary Players, in a black bodysuit. She continued to fuel speculation during her trial when she seemed to strategically cover her midsection with her hand in oversized clothes. Cardi is a mother to 3 kids with an estranged husband, Offset, whose real name is Kiari Kendrell Cephas. Her first child, a daughter named Culture Kiari Cephas, was born in 2018. She welcomed her second child, a son named Wave Set Cephas, in 2021. Her third child, a daughter named Blossom, was born in 2024. Blossom was born months after Cardi filed for divorce from Offset in July of 2024. Let me tell y'all something. Honey, I am so behind on the times because I had no idea that she had 3 kids. Okay? I had no idea. So anyway, let's continue. Now, in a tweet at the time, Cardi confirmed that Offset is allowed to see their children. Kiari is allowed to see my kids, she wrote. It is not one day that he's not allowed to see my kids. He stood up my kids 3 times, she continued. He has seen Blossom only like 5 times, and I've been trying to save your face. I said, you can see my kids in my house. I want my daughter to feel the love of her dad. He hasn't seen his kids since March. In a live on X Spaces, Cardi also responded to claims that she kept having children to avoid her responsibilities as a musician. People always want to call me lazy. People always want to say that I want to have babies to avoid my responsibilities. I love making music. I go to the studio almost every single day. I sleep in the studio because I love to make music. She continued to say, if my career ever ends, it's going to be because I died. It's never going to be because an opinion or MFers got to me. Speculation around Cardi's pregnancy also came as Offset told the Full Sin podcast that he doesn't plan to get married again amid his divorce from Cardi. The couple married in 2017. Cardi first filed for divorce from him in September of 2020, but called it off. She filed again in September of 2024. I've done it, had 3 kids with it. It's like a mission that's been complete, Offset said, explaining why marriage was not for me. Offset also went on to add that he didn't want his happily ever after with someone new because everything is temporary. You see, I experienced it, so I've already done it. When asked if he would recommend others to get married, he responded, I would say, unless you're cool with changing your life entirely, you got a partner that's different, especially when it's written and it's a real thing. Like, is this partner different? Okay, I don't even know what that even means. Offset, please sit down somewhere at this point. Okay, so Cardi says she's not pregnant. I'm not buying it because look, let me show you all this video, family. At the end of the day, she looks every bit pregnant to me. Okay? She looks very pregnant on this video. Look at this. This is her leaving court the other day.
Cardi, can you please sign? Yeah.
That one is cool, right?
It's great to see you. You're awesome.
Cardi, ¿cómo está todo? Tus fans están aquí apoyándote.
Muy bien.
Un mensaje que tengas para toda la gente que te está apoyando.
She definitely looks pregnant.
¿Algo que le quieras decir a tus fanáticos, Cardi? Para toda tu comunidad hispana que te está apoyando.
Honey, Cardi B must be very fertile. She looks pregnant again, okay? She looks pregnant again. That's why she probably got so mad. She just went all in, honey, and it wasn't even that serious. But hold on. Now, let me tell you all this. I almost thought it was time to go, but I forgot about this. Hold on. Remember what I told you all? Hold on here. Hold on, beloveds. I have to send this to my phone because, hold on. Hold on just a second. I almost forgot to tell you all, show you all this video. Vince I Am said she could be wearing fake pregnant Derek Jackson suit, allegedly. Okay, I think not. I absolutely think not, beloved. Not a Derek Jackson suit. Now, I want you all to listen to this. I was going to show you all the video, but something's wrong with the screen right now, and I'm not able to put up an overlay, so I'm just going to let you all hear the audio. This is Pat Sajak.
Like the Cleveland Browns.
Hold on. This is Pat Sajak talking to Larry Johnson about the NFL being rigged. Okay?
Well,
Actually, every team owner gambles on football teams.
I'm saying that no fewer than 26.
That's
NFL team owners have documented ties. Past and present NFL team owners have documented business ties to either the gambling community and or the organized crime syndicate. I'm also saying that no fewer than 70 NFL games have been fixed.
now that's pretty rough substance. You're saying no fewer than 70 NFL games have been fixed. You mean the outcome, the point spread, what?
Y'all hear
Points were
this?
shaved and thereby fixed.
How does this happen?
Well, I first got into this about 1983. Vincent Persani, who is the head of the Michigan State Attorney General's Office Organized Crime Division, told me, if you're going to do a book about the NFL, Dan, you're going to have to get into this guy, Don Dawson, because he was fixing games. We knew it. I went to my friends and my sources at the Internal Revenue Service, the Organized Crime Intelligence Division. They said Don Dawson was fixing games. I went to the FBI, the Organized Crime and Racketeering Section of the Justice Department, and Strike Force field offices. Everybody told me what Don Dawson was fixing games. At that point, I had enough evidence to print that allegedly Don Dawson was fixing NFL games. He was a major bookmaker in the Midwest. I then went to Dawson. I tracked him down. I jumped through all kinds of hoops to interview him. And when I interviewed him on about the 7th or 8th interview, he admitted to me that he had personally participated in the fixing of no fewer than 32 NFL games.
How does that happen?
He liked to work with the quarterback. He would go to the quarterback would come to him and say, I need some bread. What's the line on the game this week? And the bookmaker would say, you guys are favored by 6 points. And then the reply was, we're not going to cover the spread. And basically that was it.
Now, do you name players?
Oh, sure. I name players. And also in 1979, I go into the specifics of 8 fixed games that were allegedly fixed by 2 referees who were investigated by both the FBI and the IRS. And I list the 8 games in on page 308 of the book.
Yeah. The obvious question, you're talking about all these games being fixed. You're talking about all these people involved. You're talking about going to various agencies and they're saying who the people are involved. Why has this been
Why is this going uncovered if this is the case? What I'm also alleging in the book is that no fewer than 50 legitimate investigations of corruption within the NFL have been either suppressed or just flat out killed as a result of a sweetheart relationship between NFL security, which is the internal police force within the league, and a variety of federal and state and local law enforcement agencies. I'm a big baseball fan, and I have more respect for baseball right now because of the way it's handled the Pete Rose case in the open and honest manner that it's handled this case than I've ever had before. I have more confidence in baseball because it's handled. Well, how do these investigations get quashed? Basically, the NFL security people, who are all former Justice Department people, will go to their colleagues, their old colleagues in the Justice Department or in these various law enforcement agencies, and they'll say, we can handle this internally. Let us handle it internally so that we're not getting all the publicity that we would be getting. And so, to all intents and purposes, these investigations would be. I could cite chapter and verse. Again, I cite about 50 in the book. It is a strange sport because it is the one sport where you can go to a game and come away, even if your home team is won, disappointed.
Okay, y'all heard that. Y'all heard that, right? That man said that the NFL is rigged, and he's been saying it. He wrote a book about it. Okay? Y'all, at the end of the day, I absolutely believe it. I absolutely believe it. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I absolutely believe it. Now, with that being said, did you all hear what Travis Kelce said about Shedeur Sanders? Did y'all hear that? Hold on. Let me pull that up real quick.
They won in terms of the Browns fans. Oh, gotcha. Start Shedeur. Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, what do I want? But I think, coach. Yeah, but I think what they want. The world wants to see him go out there and not only play but have success. At this point, guys are rooting for him. This isn't against anything against Dylan. This isn't. He's going to put eyes on the screen. He is going to bring people to the game. It is what it is, man. Why? I would love to fucking see it, man. I want to watch Shedeur Sanders. That his team interviews went poorly. Honestly,
everybody wants to watch Shedeur Sanders, okay? That's the only reason people are showing up for the Browns. Nobody cares about anybody else on that team 9 times out of 10 other than Shedeur. And you all also remember that Nike gave Shedeur a contract. Do you all remember that? That Nike, in fact, signed Shedeur Sanders? Okay, this is all about hate. Okay, that's what it all is. And the gambling and all that stuff that's going on, the NFL has been corrupt for decades. Numerous NFL players recently spoke out about the league, addressing issues ranging from gambling policies to player health and controversial trades. All right. Dallas Clark, a former tight end of Indianapolis Colts, reacted to the blockbuster trade sending Micah Parsons from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers. Clark discussed the move on NFL's network's Good Morning Football on August 29th of 2025. That's today. Leroy Butler, a former Packers defensive back, also commented on the trade and its implications for the Green Bay defense. In August of 2025, the NFL announced it would enlist retired players to help deliver educational messages to current players about the league's gambling policies. The former players who were not named are expected to serve as powerful messengers with firsthand experience of the NFL environment. The move comes after the league saw 10 players suspended for gambling violations during the 2023 season. Now, most people don't even know that. In a 2023 lawsuit and subsequent reporting by NPR, several former players voiced their frustrations over the league's handling of disability benefits. The players claimed that the NFL wrongly denied their benefits, citing the physical and mental toll of playing football. Terrell Owens, a former wide receiver, suggested in February of 2025 that the league was biased in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs and that games were in fact rigged. Now, there's multiple players who've said this over the years. Will Compton, a former Las Vegas Raiders linebacker, made a similar accusation, calling the NFL fake after Super Bowl 53 in February of 2024. I'm sorry, 58. Okay? So in August of 2025, a survey reported by the Daily Mail and ESPN highlighted the negative health impacts on retired NFL players. The survey revealed that a large percentage of former NFL players experienced disabilities, pain, depression, and even dementia. One player expressed regret over his career, stating, "Football gave me so much, but it took even more from me." In July of 2025, former player Andrew Hawkins discussed the Deshaun Watson contract and alleged collusion in the NFL on his YouTube channel. There's always collusion. I want y'all to pay attention. They colluded on Colin Kaepernick. They colluded on Deshaun Watson. They colluded on Shedeur Sanders. Hawkins expressed concern over the NFLPA's response and suggested that some players might feel betrayed by their union. Former NFL player Buster Skrine was arrested in Georgia in August of 2025 on charges related to a dating fraud scheme. These are just some of the legal issues they talk about in the NFL. Skrine is accused of defrauding multiple women out of hundreds of thousands of dollars by claiming he needed money to pay off a fictitious financial issue with promises to repay them from his NFL annuity. Do y'all hear this? He's the Dr. Umar of the NFL. Please pay attention. Buster Skrine, please sit down. Okay, please sit down. Y'all hear this? All a hot mess. This is what the NFL has going on, beloveds. This is what it's come to. Buster said he had to do what he had to do. I am said a bunch of colluders. Exactly. We really do need to boycott. Okay, Easy said the NFL shut down Spike Lee's and Kaepernick's documentary. Yeah, I heard something about that. So anyway, it is what it is. But I feel like we absolutely do need to boycott the NFL. Y'all don't think so? How many of you, once in the chat, if you really feel like we should boycott the NFL, once in the chat, if you feel like we need to boycott the NFL at this point? Because they have literally blackballed Shedeur Sanders. Byron said he's been done it. Okay, me too. Since Colin Kaepernick. I only started back paying attention because of Shedeur. Okay, so everybody's saying yes. Well, that's what we need to do. We need to start a boycott of the NFL. Because if they can get away with this, something so significant, they'll get away with anything. And we should have put a dent in their pockets when they did this to Colin Kaepernick. Okay? But that's what we need to do right now. We need to spread the word, and we need to definitely call for a boycott. Okay? With that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please like and share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. I will be back later on today. Okay, we're going to talk about the power grid. Like I told you guys, we're going to talk about that later on today. Also, Andrea Jones, thank you for the Cash App, beloved. I appreciate you. Listen, I really appreciate you all who send the super chats and the Cash Apps. I really, really appreciate you. With that all being said, I'm going to see you all later on today. Until then, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Hit him with that soul all in my skin, God all in my blood.
Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got